Alright, now we're going to look at giving our basic shape some depth. And to do that, we're going to use the effects tool. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and merge these two layers into one logo because I no longer need to do anything to them separately. So I'm going to hold the command key, click both of them, and then merge layers. The reason I'm doing this now, this is one solid piece. Anything I do to it effect-wise, color-wise, is going to be spread evenly across both. I'm going to have to duplicate the steps twice. So I'm going to come down here to the effects key and open up the blending options. And what I want to add to give some depth is some bevel and some emboss. And you see instantly it jumps out and it looks already a lot more like a logo just by adding that single effect. But I don't want to stop with that single effect. I want to go ahead and work it to my certain needs. Make sure right now when you click on this, you double click on here, and now my tools are available. I want to have quite a bit of depth to my logo. I want it to really pop. So I'm going to probably set it, I'm going to shoot for around 300. And that just gives me, I want these nice tall edges on my logo to really, even though we're going to use a 3D effect on it, I want it at the face of it to have some value to it. And you can work some bevel in the 3D, but not with as many adjustments. The size, I'm going to take that up to about 30, neighborhood of 30. Notice how quickly it changes. It turns into almost looking like a marshmallow. So you can do some really cool effects with this if you want it to look like a balloon maybe. But I'm going to take it back down around 30, and then I'm going to soften it a little bit, just probably to about 15. Probably not enough that you're going to really notice a big difference. But I'm going to use a different tool that these numbers will impact later. So I'm going to, there's around 15, so I've got the depth I want. Now we're going to come down here to gloss contour. Now, if you've ever been in a wood shop or used a router or looked at the edge of a table, things have bevels on them, and the effect, the way the light hits that. And so what we can do is we can use different sort. This is just a flat. This is a hump. I'm going to use this one right here. I really like the effect that this gives. And notice how the light changes. It went from a lot of black tones to some white lighting. So I like that look of the light from above shining down on the piece. And so this has the basic setup that I'm looking for. There's also some screen modes over here. I'm going to set it to normal. If you play with screen modes, you can see how overlay will get rid of some of the lighting. If you want to add the lighting in later, there's also some different modes will have different effects. But I'm going to go with normal here. I'm going to go with normal here. And I'm going to add, other than my white tint, I'm going to add my lighting in where I want it. And that is the basic effect. Most popular effect, real quick, I'll show you. Drop shadow. We're going to use this later after we put our 3D on it. Be careful with that. That can be overdone really easily. So I hit OK, and now I have a 3D, or not a 3D, but I have my basic logo with my bevel and emboss. I'm ready to start adding some color and some lighting effects to it.